Are we going? Are we doing this? Sounds a whole lot better. Okay. All right. Let's see if anyone's on right now. So far, so good. This should be interesting, I guess, because it'll be my first time actually streaming on not one, not two, but three different. That's gonna be multiple, but not three. Shut up, player. Dang it. That's all I can do. 720p, there's no... Just great. Okay. Wow. Sort of hoping there'll be at least 1080p would have been a whole lot nicer. But at least 1080p would have been a whole lot. Okay. Alright. Just take all the stuff down on my computer. Hopefully that'll make this a whole lot nicer. See what... Okay. Alright. Okay, so... Right, so what's up, ladies, gentlemen, and banana sandwiches? I'm finally back after over a whole week not streaming, just feeling beyond awful throughout the whole week. Just ugh. Alright, and I got nobody really interested right now. Let's see. How about on Twitch? How about on YouTube? Let's see here. Should have my channel here. Let's see. Should be here on this or no? No. Alright. Studio, there we go. Should show something. Or no. Yeah, whatever. Alright, so let me just get started and so today I got a somewhat interesting unboxing. So first off, new desk. So EA. So a whole lot better, a whole lot more spacious. Actually I have room for not just my cutting board and my tools, but also having a couple of figures over here. Got my tray, my runner organizer, runner organizer, a magnifying glass, got a microphone, and I got a little bit of extra space still. It's a whole lot nicer than my last desk, so I'm just happy about that. So today I'm actually going to be unboxing quite a few Transformers, not all of them, because it's going to take some time, and time is not what I got, to be honest. Right, so today I'm going to go with a hat from my least desired to my most desired. So here's Hatchet, Legacy United Origin Bumblebee. It's an important figure, but it's a re-release and didn't really look too forward to it. Armada Wheeljack. This guy I've been looking forward to because I'm just trying to collect the whole entire Unicron trilogy and I'm already failing pretty badly. I had also got Studio Series Dark of the Moon Soundwave. I most anticipated it. Just, oh my goodness, it's so beautiful. Sculpting is nice. So I'm gonna put these three down and get started on the crankcase. So let me see if I can get a knife. All right, there it is. So got here just a regular old Walmart brand razor blade. Just open up. This guy was somewhat made waves when he was announced because he is the last of the three Dreads, if I'm not mistaken. The other two, I believe one of them's Crankcase. I don't remember who the other one is. I don't really care about the dreads, but I know a lot of people are really looking forward to this guy. So, you know what? Let's just get him too. So, yeah, I'm not really looking too forward to him. So he's probably gonna be the fastest one out of all of these. I think Bumblebee might take the longest, if not Wheeljack. Soundwave will take a bit of time too. But Bumblebee for sure is gonna be. I want to try to do Bumblebee around an hour, because there's a lot I want to go over with Bumblebee. Because he's just it's Bumblebee. Come on. He is essentially the Pikachu of Transformers. He took over Hotshot's spot back in the early 2000s. Hotshot was, where was this? Alright, that was on his arm. Okay, cool. So these just come off easily. Great. Not the biggest fan of those. Interesting to say the least. I have to look at the instructions to see where to put these, but whatever. So he is a quadrupedal transformer. Very few of those. Not very many of those that are just pure quadrupeds and their robot modes. I can only think of Skylynx and Ravenger. See where I can put this tail. There. I think that goes there. Let me see. Yeah, I'm not really one for looking at instructions, but I don't know where things go, so I'm gonna look at them and I'm gonna hope I got instructions. If not, probably gonna just start crying because there we go. Come on. I'm not gonna take out his display. Even though he does come with one. Just leave it there. Let's see. No, I don't want to know how to transform him, please. I want to save that for last. Alright, so it does go in there. Cool. And these. Do they really just pop on there or what? Oh. Got it. Oh, okay. Alright, got it. Yes, I think I did. Alright, so current case is already starting to be a little bit annoying. Man, the quality of this mic's not good. But what can I expect? It was a $40 mic that I got 3 years ago at this point. Yeah. No, like 4. Yeah. About 4 years ago at this point, I got this mic. It was like 50, 60 bucks. So it's alright. Yeah. Shouldn't be expecting much. Yeah. Let's see what he's like. So, automatically opening mouth. He's got his dreads, which don't really move too much because of his shoulders getting in the way. Like, they go that far. Let's see. That far, and shoulders just restricting the movement of that dread. I don't like that. No head movement. Does have nice bicep. Rotation of the bicep. Can go like that. Pretty cool. No waist because you know he's quadrupedal. I'm not gonna expect him to do that. Can it go anywhere else? Wow. Okay, so I put it on wrong. Okay, great, cool. No, I do think the design is not bad. Let me get something else from the movie series. Let me go get something real quick. No, knock down my water. Alright, let's see what this is. So, designs did. There was a bit of a slight design shift around Dark of the Moon. Not as huge a shift as when Age of Extinction came out. Like that was a just things changed with when that came out. But you can kind of see they sort of went a bit more natural, considering in Dark of the Moon it was the first series that actually ditched the embedded weapon, so it wasn't like Bumblebee is like here, even though this is Dark of the Moon Bumblebee, like this wasn't really that common. This was getting phased out in Dark of the Moon. They were no longer like embedded, like, oh, it comes out of from within the robot. No, it's now somewhere holstered onto the robot. So that was getting phased out. I think it probably looked better on Sideways, which is a figure that I don't expect many people to know because he died before. No, he transformed for like a second and then he died. So yeah. If you don't know who this is, he was the guy that got cut in half in the second movie in Revenge of the Fallen. So yeah, I need to buy a better mic, but this will do for now. Oh, I never. Huh, he's got a little bit of waist, but not enough. Dang, this waist is so fragile. Huh. Okay, I never knew he actually had waist rotation. Cool. Alright. I'll put him to the side. I'm gonna come back to him when I do Soundwave. Same thing with Bumblebee. I'll get back to him with Soundwave. But looking at Crankcase, the main thing I have to commend is the fact that they didn't use any clear plastic for the windshield. This is gonna last a lot longer than Bumblebee, who has clear plastic here. Crying a lot, he has clear plastic on this. Like, this is the back of the Camaro. Why? And it's not like like the original 07 toy where it actually had seats inside, where it's like, oh yeah, you're using plastic to show off the seats. Understandable, I get it. Here, no, there's really nothing. Same thing. Barricade's a worst case because when you just look at it, it doesn't really look like clear plastic. Well, it kind of does a bit. But like let me just show it here. If I'm not mistaken. Yep. In the front, this part right here, clear plastic. And when he's transformed, it doesn't really look like it. And the fact is, it's hidden, so like you can't really see it. So you don't. So when I was first handling this figure, I didn't know it had clear plastic. And this isn't even the worst case. The worst case would have to be probably the Fallen. It wasn't until I saw a review by That Toy Guy that I realized this thing has clear plastic. It's not good. Man, this thing has so much echo. Just hearing myself in it. Not liking what I'm hearing. Alright. Okay, so let's see if I can transform him. I'm just gonna, no instructions, just see how it goes. What do I gotta do? Right. So now somehow his leg has to end up over there. Alright, that fall. Alright, so far looking good. No, float it out, float it out. Okay, cool. Alright, this goes up. This also goes up. Okay, just pops in. No, no, don't do that. Alright, I'm already not liking the fact that those things can't come off the hands. It's just, oh my goodness, not good at all. Why? Oh, okay, alright, gotta get that under. Alright. Alright, so far, aside from a lot of things just not staying, yeah, those bits right there. Aside from the sides not staying on, it's actually a rather simple transformation, especially for a Bayverse figure. So a movie from the Mike Bayverse figure from the Michael Bayverse movies. It's actually rather simple, which is not a bad thing. I know a lot of people don't really like overly complicated transformations. That's something that some people are asking for. Personally, I could take either, to be honest. Like, there are times when I just want to go through figure real quick, just flip it through one transformation from one to another and just call it a day. And there's times when I just want to take my time. I feel like I didn't do it right. That does not look right. Look at all that. Let me see, can I fit something? Yeah. That does not look right. Ah, that I just saw that joke. Okay, that was a good one. That got the inner dad joke. Dad, yeah, I love dad jokes. All right. Oh yeah, that's the first time I'm actually streaming on other platforms at the same time. It's not just on what's it called, on Twitch. All right, let's see what's going on over there. Yep. All right. So, does it roll any good? That's all right. So far it's yeah. I can feel that there is a lot of tension. Like, you can kind of see that this isn't really pegged in correctly. Yeah, there we go. I did something wrong, but I refuse to look at the instructions for transformers because that's just kind of how some of us roll. See. All right. Like something was done wrong because one of these is higher than the other. What is nice is that, let's say you're doing a display with this figure, you can actually have it somewhat destroyed on the back, which is kind of nice, or have it somewhat of a semi non-earth mode for this, which would be kind of interesting, I guess. But for the most part, he is a bit of what those of us in the Transformers community like to call a shell former. Just, you know, for the most part, he doesn't really transform too much. Like, he's not as bad a case as, like, let's say, I think the worst case in all Transformers would be Thunder Blast. You literally just point her toes down and then, like, the rest of the boat just wraps around her and that's it. And it's not even like, it's pretty much just one step. Well, two steps with the toes going down. Very, very simple transformation. This is rather simple as well. Aside from things just not lining up. Yeah, aside from that, pretty solid. I will admit it is a lot more solid than other Transformers. Just gonna get that against the wall so I can stop a bit of the echo. But yeah, not as, like, there's some Transformers that just, like, they can't be kept together. And he does roll pretty solidly, I will say, because he actually has pinned wheels. Oh my goodness, the fact that he has all 4 wheels are pinned is just, this is beautiful. I like this. So my respect for this figure just went up. Pin wheels, painted, non-clear plastic windows. Alright, oh my goodness. It's like I have here a sideburn from Robots in Disguise 2001. He's probably got some of the better non-pin tires. They don't normally roll this well. Let me get one that's more average, more of what you could expect from non-pinned tires. Alright, I got it. Here is a Gamer Edition Sideswipe. So he's got both. These are not pinned, these are. So pinned, not pinned. See, they stop around the same time, and I spin this one first and then that one. So let's see. So the fact that he actually has both pinned, he's gonna roll a lot better. So, like, let's say if someone were to buy this for their kid instead of, you know, as a collector, their kid is gonna have a lot more fun with this than this or this. And to be honest, these are probably some of the better pin tires. I want to say, I don't want to put this, I love this figure, I don't want to put it on the spot, but I kind of got it. Gamer Edition Optimus Prime. See his tires? That is like the best that I could ever do. Like, they don't spin that long. So he is alright, I guess. Could be a whole lot better, but sadly he isn't. That is, you know, your average experience with with tires that are not pinned. So the fact that he does have this is a whole lot nicer. Now I could transform these guys, but I'm gonna be transforming Bumblebee in a bit because I'm gonna be opening Bumblebee and comparing that. And yeah, no, I'm gonna be transforming him and Bumblebee and a couple other figures later. And Barricade, I promised myself I would never transform him again because he's just a absolute pain in the butt to transform. He sucks. I'm sorry. Like, he's just a horrible, horrible, horrible figure. I only really bought him because A, I didn't know, and B, he came with Starscream, Blackout, and Megatron. If not, I would not have bought him. Horrible figure. Bad. Do not recommend. Yeah. Let's see. Is there any place where this can store while he's transformed or no? Or is that where the hollowness is? It's probably where the... yeah. Actually check the instructions. Oh, they're on the floor. Never mind. All right. Hmm? Okay. All right, come on. The Hasbro instructions are really horrible. Up like that. Oh, so that's where the dreads have that. Okay, got it. Got it. There we go. Let me get the other one. Kind of feel like this was a bad design choice with these windows slash rear piece sections that come out. Really does suck, if you ask me. And the fact that they bend. Okay. A little bit wonky, I'll say. Guess that's how it's gonna be. Alright. Probably gonna put him away in my shelf and mess with him later. Yeah. Just undo the transformation first. That up. That. It just really sucks that they made those removable. Those are just, they just come off way too easily. Like way too easily. Okay. All right. I'm gonna add his tail. Cool. All right. Put him to the side actually. Probably use them for a comparison with sound wave. And now we're gonna go on straight on to Bumblebee. So I guess somewhat of an important figure. Well, not really somewhat. How can I say? So in the very first episode of the original series of Transformers, we saw, if I'm not mistaken, the very first one was either Laserbeak or Bumblebee and Wheeljack. So this was the form that he was in when we first saw him. Yeah, Bumblebee was the first Transformer, if not, along with a Wheeljack. If not, it was Laserbeak. But yeah. So let's just get him out of here. If I recall it correctly, I gotta pull out this way. Yeah, I gotta pull out this way. Yeah, there we go. Because if I had done it the other way, it would have given me a whole lot more resistance. And since this is a legacy figure, not a studio series figure, I pretty much don't need the instructions. Because it's only really the studio series that you need them for. Legacy, not so much. Because they're a lot more easy. Their designs are a little bit, not, I wouldn't say they're really too simplistic, but in comparison to studio series, they're a lot more. So already got them out. Cool. Let's see next. This is a little jetpack. Put it on him. And he's already getting minus points because they use clear plastic on him. Not good. Come on, man. So, I'm not going to take these out because these I don't really care too much about what's in here. It's these little come on. It's these little sticks right here that he can hold, but oh, and his weapon. His weapon's in there. Okay, I got it. I do have to take it out. I'm dropping everything. Alright. There it is. Still don't really care about these things. So, just gonna put this here to the side. Put these in the bare box. And there he is. Not bad. He's rather short, I'd say. So, yeah, he's shorter than the other Bumblebee. Here's a side swipe. No, that's sideways. Not this is side swipe. Sideways. I'll leave them there for later for comparisons. But yeah, let me get my other Bumblebees, which I'm gonna have to transform. So, sadly, I don't have many Bumblebees. I've only got a total of 5 with the new guy. So let me just go with this Bumblebee first, because this one's a little bit more jank than the other two. Well, it's a lot more jank than this one. A little bit more than this one. Because he kind of gets in his own way when transforming him. And he does even worse because this whole entire, the front, his backpack, all of it's clear plastic. And like I said, there's not even any detail to warrant the use of clear plastic. Like, they didn't have to. They could have used regular plastic, painted it yellow, or just, you know, actual yellow plastic, painted the windows. But no, they decided clear plastic. To be honest, I think myself and many other collectors, we would have much rather gotten no paint on the windows, but make the windows, you know, not clear plastic. Personally, I would have accepted that. Let's see how much bigger he is compared to this one. And there is a bit of a difference. And he is the same size as this Bumblebee, so I'll just go with this one next. I'll leave Chad Bumblebee for last. There we go. And he's gonna go to the left. Alright, so I brought this because see if his gun is blast effect compatible, and it looks like it just barely is. Yeah, just barely. So Chad Bumblebee can take off his very tiny SMGs. Transformation for this one is rather involved compared to the other Bumblebees, but it is rather solid what you get. I gotta remember how to do this. Alright, there we go. This Bumblebee looks a whole lot nicer. I really do like the HUD sculpt on this one as opposed to the others. And there we go, I can probably bring it in for a closer view. Yeah, it looks a whole lot nicer. Alright. Go back to that. And there's my whole entire space. See, gonna go back to normal. Yeah. All right. So he is the tallest out of all these Bumblebees by quite a bit. Okay. So let's see. Which Bumblebee should I? I'm gonna have to transform all these back, but I do want to see his pulsability. Not bad for a head. It is better than this Bumblebee, especially the up and down, because it can actually look somewhat up, as opposed to this Bumblebee that can't really look up at all. But these two haven't beat this one just. Yeah, no, there's not really much beating that one. See, I think still thinks that it's on macro mode. Oh no. Okay. Yeah, whatever. I'll leave it like that. So, see all the way around. Rotation of the bicep. 90 degree bend. No wrists, which sucks because these two don't have wrist. These two do. These are the two smallest Bumblebees, and they have the most engineering in them. This is the biggest. He probably has the least and the worst. The waist, he has quite a bit, but I do have to lift up his backpack to get it. This one has none. This one's really tight. These two have good waist rotation. Actually, no, this one not so much because the backpack gets in the way. This one has really good, and this one does too. But unlike this one, the backpack can be moved. So, pretty solid. not much forward. If I take off this part of the backpack. Okay, I don't like that. Oh yeah, that goes a lot farther. It goes quite a bit out. Swivel. See that leg bend. Just not much, not much. Kinda sucks that it only goes that far. But what can I do? Ankle. Alright, that's pretty good. Like really, really good. And oh yeah, he can definitely do the Yujiro Hanma. Just oh yeah, definitely does the Yujiro Hanma. And a little bit more with the ankle. Is that? Yep. He's got the others beat, at least in terms of lower body possibility. Upper body he does get beat for the most part. So let's try to transform. Let's see what he's like. Okay, so that's the first part. Let's do this. See that these. Okay. There we go. Alright, it pegs into something. Yeah, I feel like Bumblebee is making me eat my own words where I said that legacy isn't that complicated. I like that. Okay. Let's see what this is like. Alright, come on. Get back in there. Alright. Oh, there we go. Everything just clicked now, I guess. No, it did not. Oof. Oh, this is a rather nice use of the transformation of the body. All right, there we go. Little Cybertronian, no space saucer thingy. Pretty cool. I do like that it was rather intuitive how, like the size of the shin, the size of the foot, I did not expect to become what it became, which is the size right here. I did not expect that. That was rather nice. I was sort of expecting more stuff to be in here and a little bit of a shell. But man, that transformation was actually rather nice. A whole lot nicer than the Rising Freedom over here, which was just awful transformation. Sorry, it was bad. Like, really, really bad. Alright. So let me just get the other bumblebees and transform back just so I can get a little bit of a size comparison with those. Except for movie bumblebee, I'll probably probably bring them all back for the comparison because I'm gonna have him saved there for what's his name, Soundwave. Let's see here. Let's go, Bumblebee. Come on. The transformation is a whole lot nicer than that. Than Bumblebee. Not this guy. His transformation is a bit iffy. Let's see. Yeah, Hatchet's transformation is a little bit iffy. I'm not really the biggest fan of it. Really, really wish they had done it a little bit better. I keep those in the back of his car on his arms. Just like, that was a bit of a poor design choice, if you ask me. He just had it on there, and it's a whole lot more compact than that Bumblebee, but this Bumblebee's engineering still is really, really interesting. I do like it. Let me just put this on the side. Put this on here. I kind of don't want to transform this guy because he just doesn't tab in. There's a thing where you can actually put these under in his forearm, but I'm not going to do it because they just don't stay in well. And this, when you get him, when I first bought him, I had to pry this out. Like, I couldn't just do that. I had to like just very slowly pry it out with all my might, and I genuinely thought I was going to break this thing. I'm glad it didn't scrape. I did scrape a little bit of the paint off, but not enough. Not too much, thankfully. But yeah, his transformation is a little bit not so satisfying because things just don't stay in place like you want them to stay. You want them to, just fit, but they don't. And it sucks because he's got such a good design. Like a ridiculously good design. Okay, I think this is probably the best that I've ever had him transformed. He's actually somewhat staying in place. Like, sure, there's a little bit of gap there, but I'll take it. I'm not gonna complain. On camera, he actually transformed well. Like, go figure. There's a lot of echo in this room. A lot. Let me see if... Does this make much of a difference? Oh, yeah, that... Let me see. Go down a bit. How about now? Go to properties on this. From the looks of it, I think, yeah, it should sound a whole lot better. All right. Okay, here we go. I don't know, I'm hearing myself better. Not as much echo as before. Just had to lower what the mic was picking up. And if what I'm hearing from OBS is any indicator of what you guys are hearing, it should sound a lot nicer. Now, Animated Bumblebee, I'll say, is a bit more interesting to transform. I wouldn't necessarily say he's good, but he is a bit better than this one. All right. That looks nice. Just wish this one had a bit more balance. Because usually one tire's in the air while the other three are on the ground. But still rolls all right. So in terms of vehicle mode, this Bumblebee is the tallest in vehicle mode. Huh. Never mind. I was like, he can actually stand. Never mind. He's the tallest. And I want to say the longest. See if I can somewhat match them up. Yeah, longest too, but this one is the widest. But he's still consistently the most widest because towards the end. this guy still surpasses it. And these are just probably the most engineered, the most well engineered out of the three, out of the five that I have. Yeah, I am really liking this one. I wasn't expecting to like it as much as I did, but man, this is really good. The way everything just fits together and whatnot is really nice. Just wish he had a bit more articulation, but this is a $25 figure that came out 2-3 years ago. I don't really remember. I don't know. I wasn't collecting at the time, and he is a re-release, but pretty solid. Let me see if I can. All right, I can take out his fist in this mode. You know, just flies around, grabs somebody. That's it. It's over. Get your face grabbed at like Mach 2. Actually, he wouldn't be going that fast, but you know, get your face grabbed at like 60, 70 miles per hour. It's kind of over for you. Yeah. Alright. Doesn't have too much detail on him, but I don't really care for much detail. You see, compared to another Cybertronian figure. And you can see the difference that they had with pretty much like around 20 years, because this is a War for Cybertron design, which that game came out in the late 2000s. This is from 1984. You can see how, you know, people's view of futuristic technology sort of changes. No tires, very odd design, very familiar design. Just, man, this looks pretty good. I like it. Alright, so next I'm gonna go with Wheeljack. Alright, here we go. So, Legacy Armada Universe Wheeljack. I've been looking forward to this figure. This is using the side swipe mode. Not this side swipe, another one. It is the Siege side swipe, which came out like 5 years ago at this point, I think. I wasn't collecting at the time, so yeah. Yeah, it came out quite a bit before I started collecting. So this is a re-release. This isn't even the first time they made this particular one. So his head and chest are different from all the other side swipes, except and everybody that uses this mold, except for Shattered Glass side swipe. Shattered Glass side swipe since the beginning, since the 2000s, has been essentially just Armada Wheeljack. So let's see how he looks. Pretty good to me. Let's see what the posability is going to be like. I really don't want to cut into him. Probably should have gone from the sides, to be honest. There we go. I don't know what's going on with my camera. Not any better? Yeah, no, not much. It looks a lot more grainy than before. And the fists still have these pieces. Come on. weapons, except for one. One of them, they just were like, it's the side swipe mode. Let's just throw it in. So, okay. Yep. This was just thrown in because it's the side swipe mode. Where does it go? There we go. I'm just gonna leave that apart. Not really gonna mess with this. This figure though, it's nice. Can I take this off? Not really. So I'm trying to look for a mold degradation. I don't know if that happens a lot in the Gundam community, but when they use a particular mold, or let's say they have a figure, they repaint it, then they repaint it again, then they repaint it, do very slight deviations. The later versions will get what is called mold degradation, which the mold that the plastic is injected into starts getting weakened, starts expanding and cracking and expanding, therefore creating pieces that are not up to par, up to standard of the original. I don't know if that happens with Gundam, but it does tend to happen with Transformers. This Bumblebee right here is a bit of a testament to that. This part is not supposed to be like that. He's a bit more solid, but for a lot of people, like, he's very like, if they were to shake him, those legs would be moving a lot more. I don't know what happened with mine. Mine came out good. Yeah, some people have very bad legs on their Bumblebee. Yeah, I can see why people really like this figure, why they like the mold. It feels very dense in the hand. It doesn't feel big, but it feels dense and weighty. Even though it's not that heavy of a figure. Like, you can feel that even though there's this hollow section right here and a little bit of hollowness there, it doesn't really feel hollow at all. Like, this actually feels really, really good. Like, I like this. Just give him his weapons, his little baton laser beam shooting things. Yeah, these things shoot lasers. From what I recall in the anime. But yeah. Let's see. Let me see his posability. I haven't had the side swipe mode ever, so I don't know what it's like. Not bad. All the way around. Out. Rotate. 90-degree bend. That's to be expected. Hand can't go in because of transformation. No rotation, sadly. Let's see waist. Waist. Complete swivel. Unhindered. Unimposed. Fully out. Forward all the way. Back all the way. Nice bend. And let's see, ankles go that far. So I can almost do the Yujiro Hanma, but sadly his ankles don't go all the way flat. Just close, but no cigar, sadly. Alright, let me get my Armada figures. And it's only a few of them, so let's see what it's like in terms of size. Alright. Hotshot, Jolt, Megatron, Starscream. And last but not least, we just straighten them out. Optimus Prime. So I can't even put them all in. This isn't even that many, to be honest. I gotta be careful with Optimus. He's a $90 figure, and I'm not about to just let him drop. All right, so let's see sizes in terms of compared to Hotshot. They are the same price. They both are deluxe classes. They were both deluxe classes when Armada came out, when their original figures came out back in 2001 and 2002 respectively, if I'm not mistaken. I may be, but yeah, these figures do match up for the most part pretty well. So here he is with his fellow Decepticons. Starscream is bigger and Megatron is even more. So, and now compared to the biggest aside from Tidal Wave, Optimus Prime. He just towers over Wheeljack. Like, just completely towers over him. It's a thing that Tidal Wave towers over Optimus because this Optimus Prime only gets to Tidal Wave's crotch. Let me see how. Pretty big, more than 16 centimeters. Let me see if the other side has regular measurement. The American measurements. So he's like 10 inches. So Tidal was like 20, 24. So, yeah. I'm not going to be transforming him. I'll be transforming the rest, not him, because he has a piece that goes... Let's see, can I get it or no? That silver grill goes in here. And when it goes in there, it makes contact with about that much space. And that's how big the grill is, by the way, as well. So it's just sliding onto a piece, and the grill is painted like this. And people from transforming him a lot of times have actually scraped off the paint, and I don't want to do that. So I'm not going to be transforming him. He is another figure that... He is a figure for me that if you ask someone in the Transformers community, almost dropped him. Do you have a figure that you're scared to transform? Many of us will say yes. And for me, it's Optimus Prime, Barricade, and let's see, who else am I afraid to transform? Another Optimus Prime that I have as well that I'll be unboxing next week. I'm genuinely, he's probably even scarier than this Optimus. It's just that he wasn't expensive. So, oh, and here's Jolt. He just towers over Jolt like Optimus towers over him. But yeah, no, Jolt was made to be small. So I'm gonna see how he transforms because the original Sideswipe has always, except for this one, pretty much been a Lamborghini or a knockoff of a Lamborghini because they didn't really have the licensing for the last time, except for the movies. And this one is no different, but Sideswipe was not meant to be a Lambo. So I just want to see what he looks like, to be honest. look at the instructions for this one. I'm actually kind of scared. I'm actually really scared that I'm gonna break them. You just see the feet. Okay. All right. Do that last because apparently according to the instructions this is last. Just lift this up. All right. That was a really easy transformation. Sadly, he does not have pin tires, but still, not bad. I'm gonna put him under like that. And he looks pretty good. Do wish he did bring a minicon, but sadly, I don't know what Hasbro's thinking right now. They don't want to give us minicons, so these little itty bitty guys, they don't want to give them these. Even though the Shattered Glass version had a minicon, and the Shattered Glass, like I said, is based off of the original version of this, and that means it also has the minicon that this guy had in his original incarnation. But they're like, no, we're not giving this guy his minicon, even though they could have. So let me see Hotshot. Hotshot is a lot more annoying to transform, especially since he also has clear plastic and very dark clear plastic. So turn around, take off, twist, twist. No. All right. Missed one important step. It's like, why is it moving around so much? And that's one of the reasons why I don't really like transforming this guy. is Hotshot. So, looking at them a little bit side by side, you can kind of see that they're that they're not really sharing the same design, like the same design philosophy. You can kind of tell that they're from two separate. Like they really tried to make the sideswipe mode work for him, and in robot mode, yeah, it really does work. In vehicle mode, he's a little too sleek for the for the the 2000s anime aesthetic that Hotshot is going for. But it's still such a nice vehicle mode. Like this is, oh, I like this, and I like the little teeny tiny. You can barely see that on camera. A very teeny tiny little Decepticon symbol right there. You can barely see that. My goodness. Just sucks. So I'm gonna go with Jolt now. Let's see. Transformation is very basic. And ta-da! Transformed. So very tiny. There's no way he can plug into Leo Jack unless take out his. He's got a little dedicated peg to be used as a gun, kind of, but not. It's complicated. I don't even know what they're trying to do with it, but there he is. He's on there. Tired. All right, so there he is with Hotshot fully weaponed out. Let me get Starscream next. Oh, Megatron has Starscream's sword, the Star Saber. Alright, there we go. Yes. Nah, I'm not gonna say all those weapons. Put this on there, on his wing. Just, I'm not, this weapon was a little bit was really controversial. Not too much, but people did really care because in the original toy, you could actually take off the, I want to say the right wing. You can unfold it and it becomes a sword, which this is trying to represent, which is why it's very wing shaped. But rather than doing the original, they gave us this, and people didn't like that. Same thing with the Star Saber here. In the original run, this was 3 of these mini-cons put together in the shape of a sword, and we got this little teeny weeny little sword, which is pathetic because the Star Saber is supposed to be rather large, and this is the size of Starscream's regular sword. Yeah, comparing Wheeljack to Starscream, he's considerably smaller, a lot less thick, a lot less long, Let me also compare him to the newest side swipe. And he is longer, not as thick, but let's see in terms of width, he is wider. Yeah, so not bad. Now for Megatron. Now I like Megatron's transformation. It's simple but really nice. And it pretty much transforms exactly like the original with very, very few differences. Oh, right. Okay, gotta get that down. There we go. Flip this up and put these up as well. And I'm pretty much halfway done with Megatron. Well, 90% done. I only need like 2 more steps. It's a very basic transformation, but he's such a solid figure for the most part. But there he is. I don't need to show it off. Like it's very visible. He's clearly wider, longer. Definitely thicker. Just, oh my goodness, you know, Megatron's the big bad. You can't just have a little lanky, small Megatron and have people expect him, you know, and expect people to take him seriously. Yeah, here, compared to Wheeljack, I will say that Megatron is for the most part more solid and pretty good, but a lot of people would say that in terms of like play factor, the original Megatron just completely destroys this one. The original Megatron had a thing to capture minicons, but that was probably the worst one because there weren't any minicons small enough to go into this. But I had a thing here to like sort of launch them. These missiles could launch from the original. The original had a missile that could launch from here. I had like a little deck for minicons here. Also like some missile pods that these could open up in the original, and this one, these things can't. This hand, the hand that goes in this shoulder in the original, actually had a knife that would pop out. This one doesn't have that, even though it has its hand open like that. But for some reason, they're like, no knife. That and the turret doesn't go all the way. Stops there. And it really does suck. Because you want it to go all the way, but it can't. It's as far as it turns. But I still do like this Megatron. He is really, really solid for the most part. Like a lot more solid than my Delonza, which, by the way, my Delonza did break at the end. That first table that I had before this desk was about like a little bit over 2.5 feet. I want to say 3. I put him on my dresser drawer, which is 5 feet. Tipped over. It broke. So from 2.5 feet, he falls on the fin. He's all right. Well, 3 feet, falls on the fin. All right. 5 feet. No, he will not survive 5 feet. So it's a bit sad. But yeah, Wheeljack. I'm gonna transform him back because like that was actually a really intuitive transformation. I'll say. Like I can see why a lot of people like it. Why a lot of people really do like the Siege the Siege sideswipe mold. It is for the most part just everything fits together so well. And the way everything comes apart too, this is very, very smooth. The only real transformation I can compare it that's this smooth would probably be Studio Series Concept Sunstreaker. That transformation is like it's on a whole other level, but like this is like a level just below it. Because the way that Sunstreaker comes together in it's a vehicle mode, just beautiful. Now this maybe not as beautiful, but both to robot mode and to vehicle mode is great. Because Sunstreaker to robot mode is a bit of a pain in the butt because you kind of have to pry his head out of his chest, and there's not much space, so like you kind of have to like I kind of have to put like my nail onto one of his horns, and it's just not a good thing. I don't like it. I'm genuinely worried that I'm gonna scratch the paint off of him. So yeah. But yeah, man, this is a really good transformation. And just he feels quality. He feels so good in the hand. Like why? Though I will say, like, I do not like the use of clear plastic. I wish they had used, especially with pins. There's pins right there. I wish they had used just regular, non-pinned. Or at the very least, don't use clear plastic. I hate clear plastic. It's horrible. But what can I do? That's pretty much the only negative I have against him. Everything else, he's just such a good figure overall. You know, I do have one more, but the thing is, like, he came out so good. But I wish he was an original mold, not a redeco, because that's just gonna give them an excuse to make more retools instead of giving us and lazier retools instead of giving us new molds for the Unicron trilogy stuff, which tends to be more original. But yeah. Alright, so now I'm gonna go on to the last one of the day. I might do Skywarp too. Who knows? But yeah, for the most part, this should be the last one. And that's because this is my most anticipated. I've just been looking forward to this guy this whole entire time. He's such a... Oh my goodness, he's such a well-designed figure. Just get these things out the way. Hatch's instructions. Put him in his box. And Wheeljack's in his box too. Alright. So here he is. Soundwave. Oh my goodness, oh, this is nice. He is a Mercedes, so let's get it cracked open. Now this is a re-release, and you can tell because he's using plastic. It's been, I think, 2 years since Hasbro stopped using plastic for the most part. Hoof, 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 hoof. Actually rather scary on many parts because I didn't want that to get me. I don't want that to get the figure either. I don't think this will work, but let me try it. I highly doubt it. Never mind. beautiful. Whew. All right, I like this. Laserbeak's supposed to go on there. There he is. Man. That is a nice head sculpt. See? Oof. Let me see what his articulation. Not too great in terms of his head articulation. All right, arms away, swivel, hands, nothing, waist, nothing. These pointy bits right here get in the way of his thighs, so they can go out at an angle, and not even that far out. Thigh rotation, bend, and toe movement, and no side to side. So he's very limited, but that paint is beautiful. And to be honest, he's sound wave. He's not really dynamic. It's usually him standing with his little bird on his arm, Laserbeak. Just him standing and admiring or receiving information from Laserbeak. It's pretty much all the articulation he needs. Yeah. Let me transform. Wait. Comparisons. So now we're going to actually transform Bumblebee. So here is Sideswipe. Now Sideswipe does have a lot more articulation, but Soundwave is already a lot more solid in the hand compared to Sideswipe. Sideways, not swipe, sideways. So this is a bit more flimsy, especially this I can't really, yeah, his ankles are just not good. But man, this is such a good figure so far. Let's take these out. I'm not transforming Barricade because, yeah, no. Compare them to Soundwave. They're all roughly the same size. Now, Soundwave has such a good paint job. The only one I'd say has got a better paint job is Megatron. Let me go get him real quick. Now, this is 07 movie Megatron, Studio Series 07 movie Megatron, and pretty much the dark gray is the only parts that, and this light gray here are basically the only parts that aren't painted. Just it's such a beautiful paint job that they gave him. So good. Better than this, but like this is really good as well. Yeah, just put them back because I don't want to ruin the paint. All right. Alright. I'm gonna see if I can transform. How fast is it gonna take me? There we go. Oh no. Oh no. I don't like the fact that this right here has to go in behind this and it rubs against it. I don't like it when Transformers do that. Like, why? That just ruins the paint. Hmm. Huh. Okay, come on. Hmm. That's the only part that I don't. That and the head going up are the only parts that I don't get. So I'm gonna have to go to the instructions. Man, for the most part, I had it. does go that way. There we go. Okay, not the smoothest transformation. Oh, and he doesn't have pin wheels. No. And the fact that his head is right there, kind of funny. Let me see. Let's see real quick something on top of the dresser. All right, so I had a little bit of a worry about this under kibble right here, that it was going to touch the ground, but no, when I put it on my dresser, it does not touch the ground, so I can roll, not well, but at least the paint on these won't come off, unlike Bumblebee, who does not roll well whatsoever. So let's just get on and try to transform these guys. So obviously I'm not going to try to barricade it. No thank you. He's not worth it. Alright, so Bumblebee. Now, I really don't like transforming this Bumblebee too much because he tends to, what's it called, get in the way of himself. So I really don't like transforming. Just gonna leave that like that for now. Bumblebee's just, I don't like how he comes together. And there he is. Right. Now, my worry about Soundwave was because of Bumblebee, because these pieces actually do touch the ground. So I can't roll him without these parts of silver scraping off. So I really don't like it. Like, I still have him and I'm rather happy that I have him. But I'm not going to do what I originally was thinking of doing about buying the other versions. I'm just going to stick to this one Bumblebee and that's it. See, and there's nowhere Laserbeak can fit him in robot mode. Man, they didn't think this through. Would have been nice. In a vehicle mode, I mean. Let me just back up a bit. There we go. Alright, so before I go with transforming sideswipe, let's just go back to Bumblebee and take this off. He is the longest Bumblebee, but he's actually shorter than these two, but still thicker than this one. Not as thick as these two or this one, but thicker than this one, and wider than these two, but not as wide as these two. So in terms of comparison, he's like at least gets a better length than the others. Let's see now. Man, such a nice car. I just wish that these were regular plastic, painted windows. Just there's nothing to see here. Like, you have no actual detail in here. There's no seats, no steering wheel, nothing. The original 07 movie figures did that. At least the Bumblebee, because I had not this Bumblebee, but a black one of the original mold, and it had seats. Like, you could open this door and there were seats inside. This one doesn't have that. That's something that's really been irking me about Transformers lately, is that there's not as much of attention to detail as there used to be. So, sideswipe. Just go back. Should have done this with the other figures, but sadly I didn't think about it until now. So for next time, Sideswipe has a very goofy, specific transformation. Gotta get his legs behind his back. Gotta get this tab right here to go into this peg. And 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna get it the first try, so constantly have to go and make sure I get at the right angle. And there we go. Or so I thought. You know, he has to stay together. Come on, man. he doesn't peg in too well, to be real with you. But for the most part, he's a lot better than Barricade. All right. Come on. It's been a while since I transformed him. Yeah, there we go. Sideways. All right. And just put his gun in his back. All right. I was supposed to leave his hands open, not closed. Okay. And that's it. Just tabbed in. But man, that's such a nice paint job on this guy. And don't get me wrong, like Sideswipe has a really good paint job too. I mean, Sideways has a really good paint job too. But let me just. It's the same level of heft. This one feels ever so slightly heftier. I feel in robot mode. Oh my goodness. In robot mode, this thing feels as solid as this. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but this thing should not feel as solid as this. Let me just transform back. Oh my goodness. So I finally found one fault on this is that one tire in the back, the tires in the back are not as good. But man, it feels so solid. Like I'll say, robot mode still, its robot mode feels more solid than this though. I'm gonna get 2 more figures. I'm just get 2 more. So that is Bumblebee movie Ironhide, and here's a Sunstreaker, who I think has the most satisfying transformation to vehicle mode. Just the way everything fits, just so nice. The only part would probably be this here, that part, but everything else, oh my goodness. Straighten out the arms. Straighten out the arms. And that's it. Oh shoot, I didn't do that right. There we go. Okay. There. Whew. I will say that in vehicle mode it doesn't feel as solid as raw mode somehow. So like these three are kind of in like a league of their own in terms of like, I'm pretty sure I could throw this at a brick. I could throw either of these three at a brick and the brick will break instead. That's how solid these three are. Sideswipe is a bit more solid. Well, now he wants to prove that he isn't. But these guys are really, really... Wheelcheck in robot mode is about as solid as these guys in vehicle mode. And that's saying something because they're... Because like, aside from like this part here of a sideburn, which is bad, but like just the fact that the rest of it is all so solid that I can overlook this. Like, he's super solid everywhere else. Like, the fact that these guys are already in a position where like they can't really move or really separate unless you actually start taking them apart. The fact that this guy feels as solid in robot mode as these guys do when, like I said, they're in a position that they can't, where they're tucked in and whatnot. That's insane. Like, man, this thing is solid. I like this. I really do like this. Man. But yeah, I'm gonna say I am a little bit more disappointed in a sound wave. It's paint job, beautiful. Vehicle mode, gorgeous. Just the fact that it actually does have, let's see here if it's visible. I don't know if that's really visible, but actually has AMG and SLS imprinted, like, and a very, very tiny Mercedes logo. That's up attention to detail with this figure. That is super nice. And by the way, these are all of these are $25 figures. Every single figure right here. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna transform not crankcase, hatchet. Yeah, let's do it. I know it's gonna be a pain in the butt, but whatever. Whatever. you can actually turn his head a bit. Did not see that. Okay. Man. Still not liking the fact that he just falls apart. I think later on I might just super glue him. Okay, come on, man. Try like this instead. Okay, come on, come on. I think I'm making Transformers look bad with this video. So they do get a huge bump in quality once you go up to Voyager. Like $35 versus 25 is a huge difference in quality. It's pretty much night and day. come on. Really? Gotta do this? Hmm. Alright, so Hatch is kind of getting a couple points down just because this was a horrible oversight. Like that, and the fact that this is just, yeah, it's bad. Now this side is actually a little bit better, but this side not so much. It should fit in there, but it doesn't. All right. So, yeah, and somehow barricade is still worse than that because I'm pretty sure barricade takes me even longer, and I've had barricade for almost half a year at this. Yeah, no, a little bit over half a year. I'm not even gonna try because this is just. If this was bad, this is so much worse. Just nothing tabs in. He gets in the way of himself so much. The windshields constantly just fall off. So I'm not even going to try with him. But yeah. So let me bring back Bumblebee because he's the last one. So, whew. Crankcase is the worst. Sorry, no. Crankcase is just bad. I mean Hatchet. His name is Hatchet. Hatchet, just overall bad. I might actually put him in my my shelf of shame because he's just. Because this transformation, I'll give him a couple more shots, see what he's like. But for the most part, I'm just not impressed. Just disappointed in general. Just not that good of a figure. It's probably just going to be robot mode and nothing else. Yeah. Last place. Bumblebee. Oh man. Soundwave. The thing was, Soundwave has a great paint job, but eventually, with enough time, that paint job is just gonna get bad, and the lack of posability. Bumblebee's third, just second. Really solid figure. I unboxed him first. Well, second. I didn't really expect much from him, to be honest. I didn't. And he far exceeded his expectations. Like, this transformation was nice, easy, but the way everything fit together, just beautiful. Great engineering. Awesome. Wheeljack, near perfect. I'm gonna just say that. Like, this figure is insane. This figure is basically what the Transformers version of the Delonza for me. I was not expecting much from this. Like, I was looking forward to it because, like, I love the Unicron trilogy. I'm not a big fan of Wheeljack. Not a big fan of this Wheeljack in general. But its figure far more than delivered for what it's worth. Same thing with the Delonza. The Delonza, insane build, super super sturdy, really great posability, and Wheeljack for 25 bucks. Incredible transformation. Rather solid vehicle mode, even though like this side is a little bit higher than this side. I don't know if it can see that ever so slightly. But in robot mode, my goodness, is he solid. Like, I know like that toy guy, his the left shoulder on his Wheeljack is a bit loose. Well, very loose. But mine, oh my goodness, this thing is absolutely insane. Oh, this is such a good figure. Easily, without a doubt, the best figure out of the four. Probably would have been the best figure out of the ones that I still have to unbox, that I'm gonna unbox some other day, just because it's already been 2 hours, and one of them is an Optimus Prime, and I think Optimus Prime on his own is gonna take quite a long time. But yeah, so that was it for today. Thank you very much for being here. This past week I've just been awful. Monday I was bedridden the whole day, just tossing and turning because of a fever, coughing, sneezing. I missed 3 days of work, came back. Then they told me, oh, we're not working Friday, so only worked like 8 hours or so. And yeah, just want to say that this next week, I'm going to be, since it's February, I'm going to be doing all red Gundams. And I'm going to do it a little bit different. This time I'm going to start panel lining. So while I'm building it, I'm going to go around just panel lining the pieces that I build. And then after that, I should probably be finished. I'll finish the, around Valentine's Day with the heavy arms, and then go straight into just building high grade wing Gundams. High grade wing, the 5 main high grade wing Gundams. There we go. The 5 main Gundams, high grade versions. Yeah, can't really get what I want to say. But yeah, that's it for today. And as always,